One time there was a girl called Aaliyah. She was the youngest of 3 magical sisters. You see, each girl was given a gift. They would have what their hearts desired. The first one got undying beauty. The second one, who was kind of jealous of her older sister, also got beauty. However, Aaliyah, even though she was just 10, got the gift of true sight, as she wanted to see things which nobody else could see. This allowed her to see spectacular things, such as spirits passing and sometimes magical creatures. It could be exciting, but sometimes a bit scary as well. However, Aaliyah was brave. One day, a few years later, she was standing next to her father during a party at the castle when a handsome man entered the room. Of course, another suitor for one of my beautiful sisters, Aaliyah thought, but the man ignored the sisters. Instead, he awkwardly made his way through the room, and when he reached her father, he suddenly turned to Aaliyah and asked her, "You can see me?" Aaliyah was taken back for a second. What did he mean? Could nobody else see him? Or was he joking? Before she could respond, he turned to her father and touched his hand. Instantly, his body collapsed to the floor while she could see her father's spirit, together with the stranger flying up through the roof. Everybody, including her, was in shock. He suffered a heart attack, somebody yelled. Aaliyah and the sisters were very sad, but they had to accept their father's passing. Years later, both her sisters are now married, and upon her 18th birthday, her aunt, of who some say is a witch, came to visit her. "Here, my gift is this necklace for your birthday," her aunt said. Aaliyah put it on and had an image of 2 swans. She thanked her. "I know you never cared for beauty or for marriage, but since your sisters cheated a little to get their husband, inside the necklace lies a powerful spell. If you look a person in the eyes and say, 'Love me,' that person will be enchanted by you and will adore you." Auntie, Aaliyah smiled. "It's a beautiful necklace, but you know that I have no need for a suitor." "Come now," Auntie said, "everybody wants to be loved." "Either way," Aaliyah said, "I want somebody to love me for who I am, not because of a spell." Auntie smiles. "I've always admired your spirit. You don't need to use it if you don't want." A few years go by, and Aaliyah is staying a few nights at her sister's house, who had fallen seriously ill. At first, they thought it was a case of the flu, but it wouldn't pass, and the situation looked bad. One night, when she was sitting next to her sister's bed, who was sweating a lot, she got startled. Suddenly, a man, the same man from the party all those years ago, entered the room. Again, he was dressed in black, handsome but awkward and serious in his behavior. He made her way to Aaliyah's sister. Aaliyah said, "Wait, stop." The man looked at her, serious but cold. "I remember you," he said. "You took my father's spirit. Who are you? Are you Death?" Death was not used to having conversations, and he turned back to the sister. "No, wait, don't kill my sister." "Stop," Aaliyah yelled in a panic. "Why would I?" Death asked coldly, and he stretched his hand toward the sister. No, please." Then she was silent for a moment. The necklace, she remembered. Maybe it would save her sister, maybe she would have more time. "Death," she called out to Death. He turned to look at her again. "Love me," she said. Then a silence followed. She felt her heart beating. She could feel the necklace vibrate. "Stop, please," she said again to Death. Death stood there for a second, unable to move. He looked at his hands, then at Aaliyah. He looked at the sister and seemed in doubt. Then he disappeared. "Oh, thank God," Aaliyah said, and she hugged her sister, who was still in the bed. Part 2 coming soon.